Two of United States President Donald Trump's former aides are now felons, but Trump had different opinions about the convictions. While the U.S. President praised his former campaign manager Paul Manafort for his bravery, he said that his former attorney Michael Cohen bowed under pressure. While Paul Manafort was found guilty of financial fraud, including failure to disclose his foreign bank account details, Cohen struck a deal with prosecutors and accepted bank fraud charges that were leveled against him. The White House backed President Trump after his former lawyer Michael Cohen implicated him in a crime. White House Press Secretary Sarah Sanders said that Cohen's testimony does not prove any wrongdoing on part of Donald Trump. Sanders also said that Cohen's conviction does not give any merit to the alleged Russian collusion in the 2016 U.S. presidential polls. Cohen has testified that the U.S. president asked him to make payments to two women who allegedly had affairs with Trump. Donald Trump continues to plead innocence after his former aide Michael Cohen implicated him in campaign finance violation. The U.S. president has said that he came to know about payoffs made by his then lawyer to silence two women who allegedly had affairs with Trump. Trump also said that the money came from him and not his campaign, thereby did not amount to any fund violation. The convictions of Michael Cohen and Paul Manafort lit up the Trump International Hotel in Washington, D.C. Activists project the words guilty and criminal on the hotel owned by the United States President Donald Trump. The activists also projected the phrase, "Felons are welcome here," over the famous landmark. The Kremlin has denied Facebook's allegations that Russia's military intelligence service had been using the social media site to run disinformation campaigns. Facebook has said that it has removed more than 600 misleading pages on account that the company believed were linked to Iran and Russia. Moscow has said that the social media giant's allegations were baseless. Moscow also denied allegation leveled against it by Microsoft, which said that it foiled attempts by Russian hackers to influence the November congressional polls. An American cybersecurity firm has alleged that hackers attempted to gain access to the Democratic Party's voter database. The accusations come amid a growing concern over cybersecurity ahead of the upcoming U.S. midterm polls. Wall Street hit a new high as it touched the longest bull run in history. The S&P 500 index climbed new heights, which analysts attribute to strong global economy. The Wall Street closed trading gone through nearly 9.5 years without a fall of 20% or more, which is the measure used by analysts for handing it the status as the longest bull market in history. The dead bodies of two migrants were brought along with a group of over 100 migrants who were rescued from the sea at a port city in Malta. The migrants were later driven away in a police bus. The European nation began accepting more migrants following a controversy over share of migrants with Italy. The damage in the Venezuelan capital of Caracas was limited even after the country's eastern coast was jolted by a 7.3 magnitude earthquake. However, the tremors did manage to tilt the top 5 floors of an abandoned 45-story skyscraper known as the Tower of David. Later, the authorities ordered mandatory evacuation in the areas around the tower. Pope Francis has asked people to pray for him ahead of his trip to Ireland, where he will be meeting victims of clerical sexual abuse. Scandals in several countries mire the Catholic Church in its worst credibility crisis in more than a decade. Nuns in the Irish capital of Dublin were busy preparing communion wafers ahead of Pope Francis' visit to the European nation. The nuns were preparing the altar breads, which are made of flour. The Pope's visit to the deeply Catholic nation comes months after Ireland voted to legalize abortion. Residents of a Swiss town have found a unique, albeit expensive, to prevent a glacier from melting due to global warming. The Rhone Glacier in Switzerland has been covered with blankets. Hoteliers had to shut shop as the glacier began receding. The method is showing positive results, but residents have said that the blankets are taking a toll on their finances. Located in the Alps, Rhone was the largest glacier in Europe several thousand years ago, but it has now shrunk to be the fifth largest in Switzerland. At least 4 people were killed and several others were injured when a high-rise building caught fire in India's financial capital of Mumbai. Many residents who were trapped in the top floor of Crystal Tower in the busy Parel area were evacuated using a crane. The fire was later brought under control. The police has arrested the developer of the building over charges of flouting safety norms. The apartment complex is home to over 100 people. Residents of popular tourist destination of Mannar in the flood-ravaged southern Indian state of Kerala visited their homes, which have been damaged by heavy rains and landslides. Mannar, located in Idukki district, was one of the worst affected areas, which witnessed a series of major landslides, leaving several people dead. Hundreds of tourists were also left stranded in the city as the region was cut off from the rest of the state when disaster struck in God's own country. India's border security force exchanged sweets with their Pakistani and Bangladeshi counterparts on the occasion of Eid al-Adha at the respective borders. The BSF exchanged sweets with Pakistani rangers at the famous Wagah Atari border, while a ceremony with Bangladesh rangers was organized at Siliguri in West Bengal state. The forces have been following the tradition on key festivals for many years. Eid al-Adha, or the festival of sacrifice, marks the end of the Hajj season. In news from the world of entertainment, American singer Katy Perry helped orchestrate a proposal on stage during her concert in Auckland in New Zealand. In a video widely shared on social media, the singer can be seen sharing the stage as a fan proposed to his girlfriend. The crowd, along with the pop star, could be seen cheering as the man took out a ring from his pocket for his partner, who accepted his proposal. Fans on the singer lauded her gesture on social media. The Swan Lake Ballet is back to United Kingdom, and in this edition, a Russian ballerina is playing the lead. The play is being directed by the St. Petersburg Ballet Theatre. The Swan Lake Ballet is one of the biggest ballet theatre events in the world. Several dancers took to the streets of Cuban capital of Havana as part of the Latin American nation's annual carnival, which is carnival held to celebrate Cuba's founding day.
Desfila por este carnaval, el carnaval.
A giant panda celebrated his 3rd birthday at Smithsonian's National Zoo in the U.S. capital of Washington, D.C. The birthday boy was treated to a special ice cake decorated with his favorite food, including apples, sweet potatoes, and of course bamboo. The panda, named Bebe, was born to great fanfare in 2015 and quickly turned into a tourist favorite at the National Zoo. Another baby panda, who was born along with Bebe, died shortly after birth. In more entertainment news, British music producer and television presenter Simon Cowell was honoured with a star on the Hollywood Walk of Fame in the US city of Los Angeles. Cowell's celebrity friends, including supermodel Heidi Klum and singer Kelly Clarkson, turned out to support the America's Got Talent judge and executive producer at the ceremony on Hollywood Boulevard. Cowell found fame in the United States with 2002 American Idol, when he began an 8-year run as the judge on the Fox singing competition. Hollywood actor George Clooney has topped Forbes' annual list of the world's highest paid actors, thanks largely to the sale of his tequila company. The 57-year-old actor earned over $200 million in last 1 year, marking the highest earnings of his 35-year-long career in film and television. Clooney, who has not starred in a Hollywood movie since the 2016 crime thriller Money Monster, sold the Casamigos tequila company that he co-founded to British spirits company Diageo in June 2017. Indian actor Salman Khan has also made it to the list. British car maker Aston Martin will recreate its iconic DB5 model driven by James Bond and Goldfinger in partnership with Bond Films producer WION Productions. The 25 limited edition vehicles will each be priced at $3.5 million. They will also feature working gadgets that will be developed by Oscar winner Chris Corbould, the special effects supervisor on 8 previous James Bond films. Actor Afshan Azad, who played Padma Patil in the Harry Potter film franchise, got married to Nabil Qazi. The wedding was attended by Harry Potter actors Katie Leung, who played Cho Chang, and Bonnie Wright, who played Ginny Weasley. Potterheads around the world compared the pictures of the wedding to the Yule Ball event in the Goblet of Fire film. The next James Bond movie has lost its director. Bond producers Michael G. Wilson and Barbara Broccoli, along with star Daniel Craig, announced that Danny Boyle has exited the project over creative differences. Boyle, the director of Slumdog Millionaire and Trainspotting, earlier this year confirmed that he would direct the 25th 007 film. Boyle and his regular collaborator John Hodge were working on the script.